Hi everyone, my name is Lavanya and today I'm going to discuss about a very interesting topic called Theory of Constraints. I'm a trainer by profession and I do DevOps training along with project management. I'm a project management and a process management trainer. So theory of constraint is one of the common area where most of them are not very clear about. So I've observed this during my DevOps classes, and that's why I thought this short video would help in that understanding. What is this theory of constraint? This is also known as theory of bottleneck. The concept of theory of constraint, in short it is called as TOC, was introduced to us by Eliyahu Goldratt. He has written this in his book called The Goal. Based on the common idiom, which is a chain is no stronger than its weakest link. What is our end goal? We need to have that clearly defined in the first place and then try to understand what are the constraints that is stopping us in reaching the goal. Once we understand and identify what is the constraint over there, or in other words, the bottleneck over there, it's more easier for us to address those so that reaching the goal becomes a smooth sailing approach. Let's look at this theory of constraint with a very simple example. We all are aware of highway. What is the objective of a highway? It is to enable smooth flow of traffic. Let's assume this particular road has 4 lanes and no issues. The cars are moving as per normal, changing lines without disturbing one another. The end goal is reaching the destination without halting for a very long time. Perfectly makes sense, right? Now let's assume a situation. Suddenly there is a bottleneck that is being introduced. From a 4-lane, suddenly the cars have to be converged into 2 lanes. Now obviously there is going to be a traffic jam. Obviously there is going to be a delay in reaching the destination. This is what we call it as the bottleneck. Now what happens is, improving something before the bottleneck or improving something after the bottleneck is not going to help us in enabling the smooth flow of traffic. What needs to be addressed is exactly this particular location. The location where the 4 lanes are converging to 2 lanes and then again diverging back to 4 lanes. This is the constraint. If we are improving something before this, obviously there is nothing going to happen because after the bottleneck, the roads are going to be quite empty and people are going to be like, when am I going to cross this bottleneck and get to a free flow traffic or the route? So this is what we classify as a theory of constraint. What we have to do is, in any process flow, because every organization has a process flow, we need to identify the process flow along with something called as processing time and waiting time. If something is increasing the waiting time, those are a constraint which we need to immediately address. When the cars are waiting to converge to the 2 lanes and then again cross over from the bottleneck, what happens after the 2 lanes become 4 lanes is basically after the divergence, the road is pretty empty, whereas the congestion is all before that. So improving before or after is not going to help drastically. It's going to be a waste. It's a sunk cost. What we have to identify and work out is this particular place, which is called, this is what we call it as theory of constraint. So in short, what is theory of constraint? Identify the most important limitation factor that limits our freedom. Systematically help to improve on it until it is not a limitation anymore. So basically, we are trying to improve on those so that it doesn't belong to the limitation factor anymore. improving these limiting factors are the fastest way to improve the system as a whole. Thanks for listening. If you have any feedback or comments, please feel free to give it at the comment section and we will get back to you ASAP. Thank you. Bye-bye.